Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back, and this time we're looking at some Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Rogue action. I've had a couple of requests for a few different Rogue multiclass characters, so I'm going to look first at the Spellblade, which is a combination of Rogue and Wizard, and then I'm going to be looking at the Psyblade for another request to look at Rogue and Cypher. First of all, what have I done? Once again, I'm just not liking the subclasses for Wizard. Although I did have a specific request, a couple people have asked me to show off the Transmutation subclass for Wizard, which has an Ogre Form. And I gotta admit, I haven't seen it myself. So at the end of the video, we're going to give it a try. Although I'm going to warn you right now, I've heard a lot of people on the official forums mention it's got some bugs or some issues. And I don't really feel like it or really any of the Wizard subclass passive abilities or Ogre Forms or whatever are working super well right now. So we'll take a look at it. For now, I've got a Wizard Rogue who's mostly got buffs. Here's something the more I dig into Druids and Priests and Wizards, when people request having them as second classes for like support or whatever, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I haven't gotten around to balancing some of these spells, but the Wizard buff spells, things like Displaced Image, Fleet Foot, Spirit Shield, they all have one thing in common, and that is very fast cast and no recovery, so you can just pop them one after the other, which makes all the builds I've tried with Wizards look great because they can just sort of dump a bunch of great spells instantly. But Druids and Priests, their spells all take like 3 seconds to cast and 4 seconds to recover, and then you modify that by armor. So I'm thinking a lot of these numbers will be tweaked, so bear that in mind. Alright, so for now, I have gone with my dual clubs, which I've recently fallen in love with, for this build. Mostly because I feel like, while a rogue doesn't need dual weapon, in fact, a rogue with just a single weapon hits very hard because they get a big bonus to accuracy when they have nothing in their offhand. But I do really like how full attack it initiates one use of a ability twice on each weapon. So we're going to do that. Alright, so let's just try and get close to this guy here. Wherever he at? Oh, he's over here. See he can see there. Oh, there. Now he can't see me over here. He can hear me, but my stealth is so high. He's not gonna get nothing. Let's crippling strike him because all rogues have sneak attack, plus 20% damage against flanked or anything with a body or mind affliction. So any kind of hobble effect, confused, paralyzed, prone, like any of those effects is going to make this trigger. Now, being a trickster, I specifically will do a little less damage with my sneak attack. But the offset is I can use rogue resources to spend on a couple of nice little toys. Mirrored Image, Dazzling Lights, and a little higher level, Confusion. And then past that we don't know because that's as high as the beta goes. These are both still really good options for a single point of Guile. Not bad. So, what we are for now going to do this. Oh, we missed him. He's out of range. He walked away. Did it again. Well, that's less than ideal. Because I did have the backstab perk, it would have done a lot more damage. Okay, so that time we got him, and he's hobbled, so all of our future attacks will be at plus 20% damage, which is not bad. I'm not really sure it's worth giving up quite as high damage as possible for a few extra spells, but maybe. Alright, so let's do our buffs. We're going to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. So now we have quite a few things on us here. We have a Spirit Shield, extra armor. We have Fleet Foot, which lets us go very quickly. Not get disengaged if we need to escape quickly, and +5 dexterity for 30 seconds. Infuse with Vital Essence and Arcane Veil. And again, I keep forgetting this, but I really should be doing this one first, because Smart +5 Intellect will make all my other buffs last longer. So there's a little bit of an art to that, I guess. So let's get this guy dropped. There we go. And her attacks are going very quickly. 1.8 seconds. She is wearing... What is she wearing? Scale Armor. And it's going that fast. This is with Scale Armor. Get him. There we go. The Arcane Veil is still up, actually, for another 15 seconds. So I guess what we'll do is blind him. Nice. He's about dead. And we got this. Oh, it's 2 misses in a row. What's my attack? 61 for accuracy. Oh, I just rolled a 4 and a 4. That's weird. What the? That was a 6. Yeah, I rolled a 4, and a 6. Awesome. Alright, so I think that actually works very well. I think that's a really good build. And in fact, Bewildering Blows, the ability that club proficiency gives you, reduces your damage a little bit. It's true. But minus 25 will on the target, which is especially good because it makes all your will targeting effects very likely to stick. Or not even just yours, like the priest in the party maybe or someone. So I like that as a modal too. Alright, let's try and sneak. Oh no, I'm in combat. I failed. I failed horribly. Let's start with this. And this. I did it again. Let's do this. And this. Alright, and now we're going to Blinding Strike this guy here. Flanked and blinded. Excellent. We'll just take this guy out normally. Now, we became invisible because I remembered I could do that. Let's Crippling Strike this guy. Get him. Do it. It's taking so long. There he goes. Alright. And now let's get our points and spells back. Nice. Is he still blinded? He is for only 0.4 seconds. So let's hit him and give it back. I interrupted him. Oh, that's excellent. And we can always do a little wizard trickery. This is a pretty fast casting spell as well. And Dazed is really potent. Dazed means that he's got -4 penetration, -5 might, and he can't engage. I can just walk away from him if I want to. He can't do nothing about it. Plus he's hobbled. I mean, it's a pretty good setup. Alright. Don't really need anything else, I guess. Always pop up a... let's just attack. He'll be dead in a second. I'm out of points again, though. We have taken some damage, but not much. I mean, I'm wearing Scale Armor. So, this could be an even faster build if I'd put, like, leather armor on. I mean, that might be a little bit more hurt, but in a real game, I'd also have a whole party to fall back on. So, and this isn't the kind of build that leaps into the front line. This is the kind of build that once the fight is underway and has cast buffs and whatnot, drops maybe a dazzling lights, then jumps into melee and finishes off whoever's low in health. So that's a look at the Spellblade. I like it. I think there's a lot of potential here. Especially if you want to do a damage dealing Spellblade, you could totally pull that off. Get like a Nature Godlike and some fireballs or something like that. Okay, I'm going to put a pause here. I'm going to look at the Psyblade next. Alright, I'm back, and now we're looking at a Psyblade. Kind of the same character, except for this time I went in Fighter, obviously, over... Oh, you know what? I said Rogue earlier in the video, didn't I? Psyblades are rogues and ciphers. My bad. Sorry about that. I think I already did a rogue and a cipher in another video. So this is... Someone had asked for a Psyblade, which is a fighter and a cipher. So I went with Devoted, and... What was my weapon? An S-Stock. Big old two-handed S-Stock to do a lot of damage because that'll fill up focus quickly, in theory. Going with light armor, which is maybe not a great idea, but we'll see how it goes. And I went with the Spellblade, because the Spellblade has a cool ability called Annihilating Soul Annihilation. Soul Annihilation is an active ability that is only given to this subclass. It lets you deal a ton of raw damage, and the more power pool you have built up, the more focus you have built up, it just dumps all of it into this one big hit. I don't know what missing strength 3 through 5 would say, but it says something. Alright, I also picked up Knockdown, Tactical Barrage, because it's one of the best buffs in the game. And I got a couple of nice abilities here. I got Eye Strike, but let's take a look at this here real quick, because I want to point out how some of these abilities work. Tenuous Grasp is nice because for only 5 focus, you can shaken and confuse the target. Eye Strike, also very very slow recovery time, a little bit hard, a little slow to cast for some reason, but otherwise it blinds an area, which is nice. And I also picked up Soul Ignition to target something and make them just take burn damage over time, and Pain Link, which an allied target will take 25% of the damages dealt to the attackers, which I guess I don't know why I grabbed that, because I don't have any allies technically, but I also wanted to save my focus for the Soul Annihilation ability, so we'll kind of see how that goes. I think what I might do though is, I did grab Mind Blades, which if you saw in a previous video with the Cypher, is super powerful. It just bounces around and hits a ton of enemies. Only enemies too. Let's get close, a little bit closer here, and let's just pop out of stealth and get into melee. Knock this guy down. Okay, now we've already got 40 points, and we can. I mean, we could technically do a Soul Annihilation for 35 damage. You can see it's going to do. Let's swing one more time and see how much more damage that does. So it was 35 there. If I can hit him for 33 damage, now it becomes 44. So every time I hit him, it's going to do like 10 more damage. So let's just try it, because he's almost dead. There we go. Took him down. 44 damage. 76 raw damage. Jeez, it's pretty good. So that was effective. Let's take a look. We also didn't draw the other guy over here to us. Here, let me get my Tactical Barrage going, and let's try and Mind Blade this guy. Oh, that's so much damage. Nice. All right. So far, this is working pretty good. I guess we'll take your meat and fish. I think I'm going to move a little closer here in this fight up here, because I'd like to try and open with an Eye Strike. It doesn't hit too much of an area. How about this? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I grazed him. It does target willpower, and I had -1 on the roll, so I rolled a 31, and a 30 is a graze. That's not bad. Let's pop this guy here. He's going to be confused for 7 seconds, so we have 7 seconds to focus on this guy. I don't want to waste a knockdown on that guy. Let's instead Eye Strike him. 3.8 seconds to cast. But I got both of them. No, I didn't. Did I not get that guy? I think maybe he already had some buffs on him, and all I did was take him off. He didn't miss me with his smoke cloud, though. That's good. Alright, let's just focus on taking this guy down first. Alright. We'll let our numbers build up a little bit here. Alright, let's hit this guy, and this Mind Blade should actually take this guy out, if I understand correctly. It'll bounce around and hit him. There we go. Work like a charm. And I still have 60 points left to spend. Let's pop this guy, because we are almost out of, or because it expired already. And I like the extra constitution. How much is this going to do now? 66? Yeah, we could probably do that. Let's do it one more time. Hit him. Finish this guy off with a Soul Annihilation. There we go. For 31 damage. 89 raw. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, that works pretty good also. Fighter and Psyblade, or Fighter and Cypher. I don't think you're going to go wrong with that combination. You could probably build it a little bit smarter than I did. I went mostly with high dexterity and perception and a little bit of might, and some spells I thought would be kind of fun to use. Again, I don't know what I was thinking there, but anyway. Alright, well, I think that's good for that build. That works well for me. So I think on that note, I'm going to put a pause in here, and let's get into the Ogre Form. Alright, we're back, and now I've got a character here who I just rolled up quickly. Just a pure wizard Transmuter to get the Ogre Form. Handful of physical stats, just because I want to see what the numbers become when you become an ogre. And here it is right here. It lasts for about 39 seconds at this power level and intellect bonus. I picked up a few other things too I can use hopefully prior to changing. Like, I would like to see what happens if I put the staff in my hand and then change. Does the Ogre Form keep the parasitic staff? Because that could be very fun. Alright, let's just walk up there and see what happens. Alright, let's get the staff cast first. Alright, very cool. And the Ogre Form. Hopefully I live long enough. Okay. It's pretty cool looking. His stats did go up. He gained like 5 points of might, 2 points of constitution, he lost 2 points of dexterity, and he lost 4 points of intellect, and he gained a few points of nothing else. That's it. That's all it was. Okay. So he's got the Ogre Form on him. Plus 7 accuracy, plus 15% damage. Spellcasting disabled. He can engage extra enemies. Oh, I guess right there. Plus 4 might, plus 2 constitution, plus minus 4 intelligence, minus 2 dexterity. His damage is 41 crushing and piercing with his fists. Well, this is not going super well so far. Alright, get him. His voice doesn't really change. Oh, it must be a loud effect that brought those guys down. Extremely loud. Yeah. This is not gonna go. This is not gonna go well. Okay. Well, let's try it again. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's try and shock him. And transform. Ooh. I don't have much health. Probably should put some armor on. Yeah, I'm gonna need to put some armor. Let's just put some armor on so we can see the ogre do something. I'm telling you, I'm just not a big fan of the passive abilities for the subclasses for wizards. I don't feel like they are worth giving up recovery time and casting time for some of your spells, and then like completely not having access to other spells. I did suggest a couple different things, and a few other people have suggested a few things in the forum, so we'll see how it kind of ends up. Paralyzed. Oh, this is just a rough fight for this guy. He missed. Ooh. Here comes the whole party. Well, anyway, that's what the Ogre Form looks like. It looks very cool, so I hope they can kind of tweak it a little bit to make it a little more useful. And I'm not sure how it would interact, I guess, with a subclass, so that might be a factor as well. Okay, well, I think that's good enough for now. If you have any questions or want to see anything specific, let me know. I'm happy to take a look at whatever. I'm learning as I go, and I hope you guys are as well. Thanks for watching.